Who could have known years ago when Image Comics first started that they would still be around? There was no guarantee. There was a lot of excitement around the comic book company, but no company is guaranteed to succeed. And the model that they were going with was a model that at the time it was working and it now still works, putting power in the hands of creators. You can do your own thing. Speaking of doing your own thing, I read this book. A review will be coming at some point. Zaylen, What Kills Must Die. This was a great book. There's a lot of Rippaverse books I need to go over. I have this one. I got Yaira number 3 in. I got Ripazine number 4. I got Horseman number 1 and The Great War of Separation. I got a lot of books to go over. And of course, some of those books, hopefully all of them, I'm going to do a deep dive walkthrough video. And this is a book that I was doing deep dive walkthrough videos of, and I just kind of broke away, was doing some other things, and I need to get back to it. I can't promise that I'll get to every book that I read and do a deep dive review of every book. Marvel books and DC books, I think, is a little more complicated because I know they take certain issue with, going panel by panel through books, which, that I kind of get it. I get it. I understand. But anyway, Rook Exodus. This is such a good book. And Image does really good things as far as some of their, different independent studios that put out books through Image Comics. So Rook Exodus soars back into stores this October with a new story arc, and I still need to finish the other story arc. I actually got the whole, as a matter of fact, I should grab it. I think when I bought it, I actually showed it. I have the first volume. I actually bought the whole book, which I want to do the same thing for the Rockefellers, and then, do a deep dive walkthrough of that book because that's another good one. I just actually bought issue number 7 of the Rockefellers, but I don't want to just go over that without going over the other books anyway. And sometimes I don't always, if you've been following my channel for a while, just so you guys know, I don't always go over all books in sequence. I might review a book, and then even though I'm reading that book, I might wait 2, 3, or 4 issues and review another book within that series. And the reason I take that approach sometimes is just to cover the consistency of the series, in case you might be thinking, is this series good? Is it bad? Should I continue following this? Will I enjoy it if I still read it now? Has it kept up with that same excitement? So anyway, Rook Exodus. Portland, Oregon, 8/22/2025. Image Comics Ghost Machines runaway hit series Rook Exodus by Jeff Johns. Geiger, Superman, Batman, 3 Jokers. Jason Fabok, Batman, 3 Jokers. Jason Fabok's art in Rook Exodus. He is one of those artists. The detail in his artwork, I understand. I think they were waiting to get, a couple books done to come back with the series, if I'm not mistaken. Looking at his art, I understand. This level of detail, you can't just do this and throw it out. Like, he gives great attention to his artwork. Brad Anderson and Rob Lay return in October with a new story arc and a mysterious new character. It all begins in Rook Exodus number 7, when a daring new direction that takes fans on a quest to save Direwolf's father, Bloodhound. The one man, I don't know why I said moon, the one man who may be able to save Exodus from destruction and collapse. It's a good book. And the crazy thing, I typically don't like, as far as in book form, I love the movies, but in book form, like comic books, I typically don't like this style, but Rook Exodus got my attention and I love it. This volume of Rook Exodus will also feature a connected cover running across all 6 issues by breakout Malaysian artist Kel Nu. I think that's how you say his name. The 6-part cover connects to show off the world of Exodus and its wardens from the first and second arcs of the series. I might have to buy all of these. That's kind of dope. Kind of reminds me of that X-Men run in the early 90s, X-Men #1, where they had was it actually 5 different issues. You could put them together and they make a full panel. It was actually pretty dope. Where am I at? The second arc of the series. This volume, Rook Exodus, I read that. Bloodhound has kind of been driven mad by the instinct influence of his mask, said Fabok. Envision the character almost like a rabid dog, like a werewolf, and he's out there and he's kind of stalking the North. We also have a brand new character that we hinted at in Rook Exodus #3 called Stag. He's searching for Bloodhound as well, but he wants to take his life. As Rook, Direwolf, and their other fellow wardens try to free Bloodhound from the influence of the animals he's tied to and restore Exodus world engine, other wardens and threats stand in their way across the 6-issue arc. And I wonder at any moment in Rook Exodus, will they actually restore the world engine? I think that would actually be dope. I know oftentimes a lot of books like this, they never give you that payoff, right? Like this is something that never gets fixed. And I would understand if they go in that direction, although I hope that is not the direction they go in. I hope they actually get this fixed at some point and we kind of get a different thing going on in Rook Exodus. But, we'll see. Who knows how that's going to go. Take his life. As Rook, Direwolf, and their fellow read that. John's added, Rook will enlist the help of other wardens that we've hinted at in the first arc, including Matterhorn, the Warden of Goats, but they'll also be faced with wardens like Arachnid, the Warden of Spiders. He's probably one of Jay's most ambitious and unique designs. That's the fun of creating a book like Rook, getting to go as big and different as possible with the story and visuals in ways we've never done before. And what I will say about Rook Exodus, I will say this: when you read these books, the scale, when you look at the art, the scale of the book feels so big, like unlike big, not like anything I've ever seen before in comic books. This feels way different, and I like it. Rook Exodus #7 will be available at comic shops Wednesday, October 1st. Cover A by Fabok and Anderson. Cover B by Fabok, Anderson, and Stagg. Cover C by Cal New, which if I can get it, I might get that one since it's going to be, connected to the other covers. Cover D by Gary, Frank, and Anderson. Fans eager to catch up on the series or binge read all the issues so far can pick up Rook Exodus Volume 1, which, as I said, I picked that up in trade paperback, and pre-order the upcoming deluxe hardcover edition. Rook Exodus Volume 1, trade paperback, ISBN covers that, Lunar, blah, blah, blah. Rook Exodus Volume 1. All Ghost Machine titles, including Geiger, Hyde, Street, Redcoat, Rook Exodus, The Rockefellers, and more, are also available across many digital platforms, including Amazon, Kindle, Apple Books, and Google Play. Ghost Machine's groundbreaking creator collective was launched at New York Comic Con in October 2023 and features a global best-of-class lineup of artists and writers whose award-winning and iconic works include a who's who of comic book legends such as Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, Aquaman, Stargirl, JSA, The Flash, The Ultimates, Black Lightning, Green Arrow, and countless more. Brad Anderson, Jason Fabok, Gary Frank, Brian Hitch, Jeff Johns, Rob Lay, Lamont Maggie, Francis Manipul, Brad Meltzer, Ivan Reese, Peter Snegberg. I know I screwed that up. Peter J. Tomasi and Matai Zook. In an industry first, all of Ghost Machine's founding creators jointly own the run of the company, sharing in all of Ghost Machine's publishing, media, merchandising, and licensing. Each creator is exclusive to the company for their comic book work for completing projects already committed to. Ghost Machine recently boosted its already unrivaled creator roster with artists Layla Lees and Francis Portela, as well as renowned inkers Andrew Curry and Danny Mickey, who all joined on an exclusive basis. And that's good. That's good that they're getting, some top tier talent. Like I said, the Art and Rook Exodus, my goodness, Fabok is going crazy. Crazy. This is such a good book, and I enjoy it. I'm looking forward to seeing what Rook Exodus brings, and my excitement is actually pretty high. This is one of those books that I'm like, yes, comic books are not dead, and there are things going on that are actually super dope.